All right, so there's a lot of talk, a lot of reports that Etsy killed traffic. October traffic is way down for a lot of Etsy shops, and it goes on and on and on. There's a lot of people talking about this. A lot of people are fear mongering this. So I want to talk about this a little bit and kind of dive in. If you don't know who I am, LL, I help Etsy sellers start, build, and grow their businesses. If you want a free and fun and easy way to grow your business and have a community, join the Etsy games. There's a link below. All right, so traffic is down for October. Sure, it seems to be the case for many Etsy shops. It also seems to be the case for many sellers outside of Etsy, eBay sellers, Poshmark sellers, Mercari sellers. But Etsy's getting a lot of stank for this because of their October release. They did a new SEO release, changed the algorithm, focusing more on shipping and lower cost shipping, gives people a little bit of bump when it comes to SEO. But anytime there's a change, right, in the algorithm or anything, people immediately switch to the blame game. Etsy killed my traffic, Etsy killed my store, and yada, yada, yada. And that may very well be true, but we have to kind of look at this more of a retrospective, broad view scope, right? They did make an algorithm change, sure. Has it affected some shops? Probably. Some shops it probably hasn't. Who knows? But we have to think to ourselves, does Etsy want to kill traffic? Does Etsy want to kill their own traffic? Absolutely not. Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to kill your traffic? Why would they want to kill my traffic? They don't want to kill traffic. Everything they do is the main goal of everything Etsy does and the algorithm does is to get people to buy more stuff. They don't care who buys more stuff. They just want people to buy more stuff. So they're going to improve the algorithm to make it more relevant to buyers' searches and present the best opportunity for someone to buy. That's our only goal in life. So we have to think about how can we continue to improve and be more SEO friendly and be better so that our stuff gets seen and not play the algorithm hack game where we're doing this secret strategy, this special strategy to hack the algorithm. You can't hack the algorithm, at least not for long term. They're going to correct it. They're going to fix it. So the best thing that we can use is use the tried and true SEO tactics that work not only for Etsy, they work for Google, they work for all the other platforms. Sure, little idiosyncrasies are going to be different, but at the end of the day, the algorithm is a calculator that needs data to perform, and we're going to give it that data with keywords, with how we are inputting our keywords, how we're structuring our listing, how we're structuring our keywords. So that's, at the end of the day, what we have to focus on doing and doing more of. The other thing that people aren't talking about for October is the fact that we had two major hurricanes that wiped out a lot of the a lot of the eastern seaboard, where people are, a lot of the Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas. 2/3 of the population is in the east, and the majority of that population was impacted in some way, shape, or form by those hurricanes, whether it be flooding, loss of power, wind damage. So that happened. Both of those hurricanes happened in October, which certainly impacted sales. Certainly, people are not trying to buy stuff on Etsy when their house is floating down the river in Asheville. They're just not. Or when their neighbor, maybe they're in New York and they're worried about their family in the Carolinas. They're just not worried about buying stuff. So disasters and outside factors do impact sales on a wide scale. So it would be my guess that most platforms and most sellers saw a dip in October, and it has absolutely nothing to do with algorithm changes. It has everything to do with what's going on, from disasters to all that stuff that's going on in the world, and that does impact sales. So we forget about that, and we want to find something to blame, and there usually is something to blame, but whether it's right or whether we should be blaming it is another story. So that's kind of what's going on. That's what I wanted to talk about today. So there's things that you can do in the meantime. With down, there's going to be ebbs and flows with selling. If you don't like that, you're going to hate being a long-term seller. You're going to hate it because there's going to be, traffic's going to dip and it's going to be no reason for it. You can't figure it out. And then the next month it's going to come back up. What do you do when traffic dips? What do you do when there's something that's impacting sales? well, you do what you will. The only thing that you can do is focus on your business. Dive into your business, see how you can improve it, see how you can make it better, see how you can bring new offerings to market. Focus on the things that you can control, and don't worry about the things as much that you can't control. There's a time and a place where there's things that you can actually do and take action on, whether it be a survey, whether it be they ask for a public forum, things like that. But in the meantime, focus on your business. The most successful sellers, I can guarantee you, aren't going on message boards complaining about low sales. They're just not. They're too busy. They're too busy. You can't be busy and broke. And that's the old adage. You can't be busy and broke. So if you're working to be successful, or you're already successful, you're not complaining on message boards about the algorithm or the algorithm changes. Now, you can't be blind going into it, right? You got to know what changes there are, because some of them are impactful and you got to know what they are. But don't come at it in a way of trying to hack the system. Come at it in a way of like, okay, knowledge is power. I'm going to use this knowledge to my advantage to be better, to be a better seller, whether that's on Etsy or any other platform. So those are my 2 cents. Did Etsy kill traffic? Probably not. There's going to be more and more changes to come. It's going to be always is there going to be change with selling online. So you got to get used to it, and you got to have thick skin when it comes to it, and you got to do the whole friends thing. Pivot where they're trying to move the furniture, they're trying to move the couch up the stairs. You got to pivot sometimes and do the best that you can and focus on what you can control. That is my 2 cents. Love it or hate it, there it is.